Living in a prosperous country brings with it certain temptations. People have to guard against their wealth, their possessions, overtaking them and compromising their faith in God. Moses said this in Deuteronomy 8, "Beware that you do not forget the Lord your God by not keeping His commandments, lest when you have eaten and are full and have built beautiful houses and dwell in them, and when your herds and your flocks multiply, and your silver and your gold are multiplied, and all that you have is multiplied, when your heart is lifted up, you forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. You work hard, you're careful with your spending, you become prosperous. But that prosperity could end up being your undoing. You can become so enamored with your goods that you forget about your God. There's nothing wrong with wealth, and God is not against it. He simply reminds us that we need to be careful that we don't become so prosperous that we forget Him. When your needs are being met, it's easy to forget that you have spiritual needs. When you're providing for yourself, you can forget that it is God who truly provides for you. And you don't have to be really wealthy for this to be an issue. Israel had been in the wilderness. They were used to doing without. But their fortunes were about to turn around as they entered Canaan and went from famine to feast. Oh, we need possessions. We want to do well, but everyone needs to be careful that abundance doesn't cause forgetfulness of God. And it's easy to forget that God allows abundance because He wants us to be faithful to Him and invest in God's work. Remember, it's God who gives us what we have. Let your possessions cause you to remember God and not to forget Him. I'm John Bradshaw for It Is Written. Let's live today by every word.